Hello everyone, I welcome you in the virtual classroom of forms of business organization. We are discussing the second part of our first unit, that is human occupation, and in that unit we are discussing the topic objectives of business. Up till now we have discussed the three objectives of business, that are economic objective, social objective, and human objective. And in this lecture, we will discuss national objective and global objective. Now, let us start. In national objective also, we have completed this first objective, that is creation of employment. મતલબ કે રોજગારીની તકો ઊભી કરવાનું કામ પણ કોનું છે? એક બિઝનેસમેનનું. And how a business can create employment by establishing new business, by expanding the market and widening distribution channel. મતલબ કે નવા બિઝનેસ સ્થાપીને યા તો તમારું માર્કેટ વધારીને અથવા તો તમારી ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન ચેનલ વધારીને you can create employment, you can generate employment in our economy. Now, let us discuss the second objective under national objective, that is promotion of social justice. See, what is social justice? मतलब सामाजिक न्याय. એવી બધી એક્ટિવિટી કરવી જેના કારણે સમાજમાં ન્યાયી વાતાવરણ ઊભું થાય. So that is a responsibility of businessmen. What is social justice? Simply means to give equal opportunities to every human being in our population. That human being may be male or female, that human being may be from any caste, that human being may be from any religion. So there should not be any partiality, there should not be any difference created between two different human beings. All are same, whether they are from different religion, whether they are from different caste, or they are from different gender. When you are treating everyone as an equal, then you are doing social justice in our society. Let us see what is written here. As a responsible citizen, a businessman is expected to provide equal opportunities to all the person with whom he or she deals. See, whenever you are dealing in business for any purpose, whether is your customer or whether as a supplier, you should not create a partiality with a person that a particular supplier belongs to your caste, then you should give preference to him. No, not at all like that. You should give enough opportunity to any supplier to sell you any product, so that by that way you are creating social justice. તમારે એવું ના વિચારવું જોઈએ that a particular supplier is belonging to my caste, મારી જ્ઞાતિનો છે તો હું એને priority આપું. When you are doing this preferential treatment, you are doing partiality, and that is not a social justice. Secondly, it is written that he or she is also expected to provide equal opportunities to all the employees to work and progress. See, now this is about employees. When you are having employees in your organization, generally what happens that when we are having two candidates, male and a female, generally first priority will be given to male member. In giving job also we are doing partiality, that male are given first priority in giving job. And after giving job, when you are having two candidates, generally you will find that male is given higher salary and female is given less salary. So that is also a partiality. You should not do partiality like this, whether a person is male or female. If they are having same skill, then you should pay them same salary. Then, towards this objective, special attention must be paid to weaker and backward sections of the society. See, what is weaker and backward sections of the society? In India, we are having classism on the basis of caste. We are having general category, then OBC category, and then SC and ST category. So this reserved category SC, ST and OBC are considered as a weaker and backward sections. Why weaker? Because we are having mentality in a society that they are not economically powerful. Generally this SC, ST and OBC are not rich. This what we are having mentality in society. It is may not be a fact. So what government is trying to do? Government is giving reservation in giving job. So they will get job, they will earn, and they can upgrade their economic standard. A poor can be converted into rich by earning a salary. So when a weaker section, reserved category, will become rich, they can compete with a general category, so that there will be equality between general category and a reserved category. So what a government is doing, same thing we as a businessman can do in a society. It is said that businessmen should also give chance to the weaker section in giving job in their organization. Then next objective is production according to national priority. It is said that businessmen should produce only those products which are having priority in our nation. You know that we got freedom in 1947, but from 1950s we got authority to manage our country. From 1950s our government is handling the affairs of our country, and to handle our country, government is launching 5 years plan. Panchvarshya Yojana મૂકે છે, and by 5 year plan they are giving list of the goods which are considered as a priority goods. ગવર્મેન્ટ એવું લિસ્ટ બહાર પાડે છે કે જે આપણા દેશના વિકાસ માટે એ બધી વસ્તુનું પ્રોડક્શન જરૂરી હોય છે, and those list is known as a essential goods category. So a businessman should try to produce those national priority goods. Let us see what is written here. Business units should produce and supply goods in accordance with the priority laid down in the plans and policies of government. That we have discussed that government is launching 5 year plans, and in 5 year plan government is giving list of the essential commodity which should be given priority in production. You take the example that milk is a priority or liquor is a priority. Liquor means alcohol. To produce milk or to produce alcohol, definitely milk is a priority. Alcohol is not at all a priority. But being a businessman, some may think that milk business will give you less profit and alcohol's business will give you more profit. So this is not an ethical thinking. Being a civilized businessman, we should always produce those kind of product which is having national importance. Take another example. You want to start a restaurant. Now in restaurant, to sell roti and sabji, it will be considered as a national priority, and in the same restaurant you can sell pizza and burger as well. Generally pizza and burgers are high priced food, and the roti and sabji is a low priced good. If you will produce and sell roti and sabji, then you may earn less profit, but you are serving to the middle class and poor class of the society. And when you are selling pizza and burger, you are only serving to the rich class of the society. So what is the prime responsibility of a businessman? No doubt you can serve the rich class, but at least you should first of all serve to the poor class, so that they can have enough nutrition in our food. So producing according to national priority is a task of businessmen. Secondly, it is written here, one of the national objective of business in our country should be to increase the production and supply of essential goods at reasonable price. See what is written here: to increase production and supply of essential goods at reasonable price. Essential goods means the needy goods, જીવન માટે જે જીવન જરૂરિયાતની જે બેઝિક વસ્તુઓ છે એને આપણે શું કહીએ છીએ? એસેન્શિયલ ગુડ્સ. This essential goods production we should increase. So when we are increasing the production, there will be no scarcity and that it will be available in a reasonable price. Take the example. What is the essential goods? See, agricultural items. Wheat is there, rice is there, then kerosene is also there. You can take the example of that સસ્તા અનાજની દુકાન. ત્યાં જેટલી બી વસ્તુઓ મળે છે બધાને આપણે શું કહીએ છીએ? Essential goods. So our government's plan is to have essential goods production should increase so that it can be available in a reasonable price. Then the next objective is contribute to the revenue of country. See, to increase the revenue of country, you may think that this is the task of government. To increase the income of country is definitely a task of government. But you may have a question that how a government is earning. Government is not in any kind of business. You just think about that time period, about kingdom. જ્યારે રાજાશાહી હતી ત્યારે રાજા કમાતા હતા without doing any business. Then how the same is a task is nowadays of government. જે રાજા કામ કરતા હતા એ આજના દિવસમાં કોનું કામ છે? That is of government. What is the task of government? To provide the basic facilities in a country. To build roads, to build dams and bridges, to provide electricity, to provide water, to have education, free education, to have free medical facilities. All this is a task of government. If government cannot have income, then how they will provide these facilities to a country? Government's earning source is only tax. Government earns from the tax revenue only. So it is a prime responsibility of every human being, every citizen of the country that they should pay the taxes. If we talk about all the population, then from total population, it is the businessman who is earning a lot. Salaried person, employees are earning only salary, but it is the businessman whose profit is running into 6 to 7 digit. So it is the businessman only who will pay, who can pay the more taxes. So it is a moral duty of businessman to pay enough tax to the government. So by that way, government can provide basic facilities in a country. Let us see what is written here. The business owners should pay their taxes and dues honestly and regularly. See, it is a businessman should pay their taxes. When you are paying taxes, that is honestly. Businessmen should pay taxes honestly. Honestly means you should not evade the tax. Evade means કર ચોરી. કર ચોરી ના કરવી જોઈએ. When you will do tax avoidance, tax evasion, then you are increasing your black money. Black money is not really black in color, but all those money over which tax is not paid, that money is considered as black money. So when you are honestly paying the tax, then there will be no black money. But generally what people are doing, they are paying tax, but lesser tax they are paying. So the income over which they are not paying tax, that particular income will be considered as black income, black money. So businessmen should not create any black money in a society. And secondly, they should pay the taxes regularly. You may be hearing from the newspapers that business houses are not paying taxes regularly. When you pay the tax regularly, government can have a regular income, and it will be helpful for the development of infrastructural facility in a society. What is written here is this will increase the revenue of government, which can be used for the development of nation. By having the tax income from the businessman, government can create basic infrastructural facilities in a society. From the tax revenue, no doubt whatever the tax we are paying, it is going to the treasury of government. Governmentની તિજોરીમાં જાય છે, but it will not be for the utilization of personal benefit of government. ગવર્મેન્ટના પર્સનલ બેનિફિટ માટેનો યુઝ નથી રહેતો. It will be utilized for the benefit of total nation, total population. In other words, we can say that this income is utilized for doing welfare activities in a country. So what are the welfare activity? To provide free medical facility, to provide free educational facility, to have electricity facility, then to have a good water facility, good water facility, I'm not saying water facility, then to have a very good roads. By this way, when government provide these basic facilities, a development of country can be faster. Then next one, to have self-sufficiency and export promotion. The first word is self-sufficiency. What is self-sufficiency? જેને આપણે બીજા શબ્દોમાં કહીએ આત્મનિર્ભરતા. Whatever is needed by us should be produced by us. That is self-sufficiency. In other words, we can say that we should not do import. આયાત ના કરવી જોઈએ. Whatever is requirement of our country, we should produce on ourselves. Nowadays our government is campaigning one of the campaign that is vocal for local, atmanirbharta. We should produce in our country and we should consume the product of our country only. Then export promotion, it means we should increase the export. નિકાસ વધારવી જોઈએ અને આયાત ઘટાડવી જોઈએ. That is the another words for this title. Now let us see what is written here. To help the country to become self-reliant, business units have the added responsibility of restricting imports of goods. See how a country can be self-reliant when we are not doing import, then we can say that we are self-reliant. See why we need to do import? Because whatever the need is there, we cannot produce, then we need to do import. But if we can produce, who is the responsible for producing? It is the businessman. Yes or no? So when a businessman can produce everything in a country, in that situation we will not be dependent on another country. So what is the meaning of self-reliant? Why to be self-reliant is important? Self-reliant, in another words, we can also say to be independent. When we are producing everything in our country, we need not to be dependent on another one. Say for example, if we will not produce wheat in our country, then we need to import wheat from other country. Now that other country will be knowing that it is only us who are providing wheat to this country. So in that situation, they may dominate us. They may charge high price from us because they know we cannot produce wheat in our country. So they may take undue advantage of our country. So it is better to produce wheat in our country, and by that way we can be self-reliant. And when we are being self-reliant, then definitely, obviously, by default, our import is reducing. Instead of purchasing wheat from another country, if we will produce in our country, then definitely we will not place order for wheat from another country. Then secondly, it is written here, Besides, every business unit should aim at increasing exports and adding to the foreign exchange reserve of our country. See, a first responsibility is to restrict import, and second responsibility is to increase export. See how export can be increased when we are producing more. First of all, we need to produce to satisfy the needs of our country, and then we need to increase our production. Say, for example, for the sake of simplicity, we are taking figure that 100 quintal wheat is the need of our country. Then, first of all, our target should be to produce 100 quintal wheat. But this is not the last target to produce 100 quintal. We can produce 200 quintal, and out of 200 quintal, 100 quintal will be utilized for the satisfaction of our domestic need, for the need of our country, and remaining 100 quintal will be utilized to sell to other countries. And when we are selling to other countries, it means we are exporting, and by that way our export can increase. And when we are exporting, suppose we are selling this 100 quintal wheat to the America, then America will make payment in US dollar. So by that way we are earning foreign exchange. આપણને વિદેશી નાણું કમાવાની પણ તક મળે છે. So that what a businessman can do. What are the responsibilities of businessman? To restrict import and to increase export, to reduce import and to increase export, and by that way increasing our foreign exchange reserve. This can be done by a businessman. So by this way we are completing our national objective, and now we are moving towards global objective. Global objective simply means વૈશ્વિક હેતુઓ. Firstly, it is written here, it is general standard of living. What is standard of living? You know, all the facilities when you are giving, by that way the standard of living of that person is improving. Take the example of time about 1950s, how a people were used to live. They were dreaming of electricity, light in a night time. And in today's period, in 2020, we are having 24/7. Almost 24/7 we are having electricity. So there is a huge gap in standard of living of the people of 1950s and 2020. And how this is possible? Because of the business houses only. Earlier TVs were not there, refrigerators were not there, ACs were not there, but now these all are considered as a use routine goods. Why? Because business houses are producing those kind of goods by which our lifestyle is becoming quite easier and our standard of living is increased. As they are producing goods which they are selling in their country, they can also sell in another country, so that their country's standard of living can increase and other countries' standard of living can also increase. Let us see what is written here. Growth of business activities across national borders make quality goods available at reasonable prices all over the world. See, when we are growing our business, first of all, when we have started our business, then definitely it may be a small size business. You may be starting at a town level, then you may go to the state level, then you may go to a national level, and lately you may go to a international level. So when you are going to the international level, you are selling the same quality goods to the other nation in a reasonable price. So first of all you are serving to your nation, and later on you are serving to the other nations. Then the people of one country get to use the similar type of goods that people in other countries are using. This improves the standard of living of people. See, generally we are having three categories of country, that is developed country, developing country, and underdeveloped country. and generally the superior quality goods are there in a developed country. So what is a prime responsibility of developed countries businessmen? That they should also sell their product to the other country. So every people in this globe, each person on this globe can use the same things, and by that way their standard of living can improve. Then next is to reduce disparities among nations. See, what is disparities? Disparities simply means differences. What kind of differences are there between the nations? Uh, in last objective also I told you that there are three categories of nation. Developed nations are there like America, Europe, European countries and the like, and developing nations are there like this India and China, and underdeveloped countries are there like um, Kenya is there, South African countries are there. So why these countries are developed, developing and underdeveloped? What is the difference? The difference is one country is rich and another country is poor. One country's national income is more and another country's national income is less. So due to this gap in the income, there is a disparities, there is a differences among the countries, and it is a task of businessmen to reduce this gap. Means there should not be any rich country and there should not be any poor countries. All countries should can be placed on a same level. See what is written here? Business should help to reduce disparities among the rich and the poor nations of the world by expanding their operations. See, reducing disparities among rich and poor nations. How you can reduce the differences among rich and poor? By expanding its operation. Generally what happened that more number of business houses are there in a rich countries. If any businessman is there who is doing business in America, then their business should not limit up to America. It should expand their business. When developed countries businessmen will go to another country, then second market will be a developing country, and when they will keep on expanding their business, then third market will become the market of developing countries. So when they are keep on growing their business, they are serving the people of developing country and underdeveloped countries as well. Then it is written here, by way of capital investment in developing as well as underdeveloped countries, it can foster their industrial and economic growth. See how a poor country can be converted into rich country by way of capital investment. See, when you are growing your business, say for example, Coca-Cola is there. See, this is a this is a foreign company. Then Hero Honda is there. Hero is an Indian company, but Honda is a foreign company. When these foreign companies are expanding their business, when they are going in another country, they need to establish their factory in that country. Means they need to purchase land in that country. For purchasing land, they need to invest money here. Then they will purchase machinery and then they will hire the people of that country. Definitely a business cannot be run by machines only. If you want to run business, you need to hire people. So when you are hiring the people, you need to pay them salary. So all in all, what you are doing, you are giving the income opportunity to that particular country. You are giving salary to the people of that country. You are purchasing land from that country so that people are be benefited. So by that way their income will increase and the poor country can be converted into rich country, and by this way differences among nation can be reduced. Then the last objective and the global objective is make available globally competitive goods and services. What is the task of businessmen? To sell the products and services which are globally competitive. All the goods and services which are demanded highly, that goods and services should be provided by businessmen. See what is written here? Business should produce goods and services which are globally competitive and have huge demand in foreign market. All the goods which are highly demanded, if you are producing them, if you are providing them, then the price of that goods can be maintained. See, generally what happened that a particular goods is highly demanded, and if business cannot produce it, then it will create scarcity because demand will be more and supply will be less, and due to scarcity price will be rise and it may not be affordable to poor people. Then that particular good will be only used, only benefit, that can give benefit only to the rich class, not to the poor class. So not to happen this, a business should provide this goods which are highly demanded in a market so that price can be maintained at a reasonable level and it can be consumed by rich as well as poor. Then secondly, it is written here that this will improve the image of exporting country and also earn more foreign exchange of for the country. So when you are producing more goods, when you are selling more goods to other country, your country's image can be improved and you can get chance to earn the foreign exchange. So by that way you are helping two country together, one country to whom you are selling and secondly your country by earning foreign exchange. So this is all about global objectives, and by this way we are completing the objectives of business. From next lecture we will start profession and employment.